Cool. Hey, what I thought about it when I read it. Um, well, it was definitely something I haven't read before, and I really loved how they were making up a whole like universe. It's like playing in and things happening because everything is so weird that I mean, David is playing himself, and everything should be like real, but at the same time, while reading it, you'll be like, okay, this is not real. This is like somewhere else. Something is not right here. Yeah, I actually love that. I love that. I didn't have to audition for this part, which was a big surprise. They just sent me the script and were like, "We would love to see you in this character," and I was like, well, the only thing you probably have seen of me was How to Sell Drugs Online Fast, where I'm like playing a teenage nerd and not like a mysterious spy. How do you think I could portray him without like an audition? And it was actually an honor for me to have them see that in me and be like, yeah, we could imagine you doing that. So it was a challenge for me at first, but also a lot of fun to do something else and show a different side of myself. I just loved how Christian, the director, and Anne, the other writer, just made up the story, which is so weird and with so many weird twists and hidden secrets, and you have to be like really aware while watching it to like see all the hints. And it's still fun while watching it and seeing new stuff you haven't seen in the script before. No, no, no. A Christian is very strict. He loves the actors to do as the script is telling them to do. He sometimes improvises because there's always a lack of time and time is running away, and then he improvises and like making scenes shorter or putting stuff closer together. But like in general, he's a huge fan of writing something and then transforming it into the screen. Actually, it was very fast. We had only like 2 months, 40 days shooting this series of 8 episodes, each like half an hour, which is normally you would have like, I guess, 4 months. And we just had half of it. But Christian, the director, also loves working very fast. We were filming so many scenes at once on one day. It was a huge challenge. I think every single scene because I had so many lines and monologues, and I've never acted in English before, just in German, and standing next to an international icon like David Hasselhoff, and I have never met him before. And then on the first day while filming, we had no like auditions before or like acting rehearsals, and I just came to set and was standing next to this very big man, and which I've only seen on TV, and I had to do the scene with him and be like very strong and very agent like. That was probably the first day was the most challenging. I mean, I've known him, but I haven't seen any of his shows before. So I haven't seen Baywatch or Knight Rider, but I mean, everyone knows. It doesn't matter what generation you're from. He did so many different movies, and with this merge and everything, he's like, yeah. You don't even have to see the films he did and know him. Yeah, definitely. I think the cast was amazing. It was the first time filming with so many adults, like older people, not teenagers or people my age. And it was so fun to see how not childish, but how like not very adult like all of them behave, but they were all very friendly and very open to hang out and not be like a little step back. And actually, two of them I cast in my own film, because I love them so much that I asked them, because I'm also doing short films myself and directing, and two of them were starring in my latest short film. How I like it? Um, I mean, I love to decide everything and like to have everything in my own hand and not be just like someone who does what other people tell them. But you have such a big responsibility as a director or producer, and you have to take care of everything. It actually is very stressful, and I thought that acting is very stressful, but then when I did my first short film on a professional level, I was like, okay, this is something else. I think with David, every day was like a funny moment or a funny day on set, because he's telling so many stories and making up stuff, and he actually reminded me of my grandfather, who was also a huge storyteller and always like giggling around and making jokes. So I can't like really come up with one certain thing. I mean, the first season ends with David being onto something. Like he discovered something. The riddle unraveled for him. Um, I would love to see going backstage, going behind the scenes of what actually happened. I could imagine everything was just like a film or a theater play in a theater play or something meta. Um, yeah, let's see if enough people watch it for a second season actually. Mm, you must be aware that this is like a very hard job to pursue, and you have to be really lucky and still willing, like have to try to learn and try to do classes and always try to improve. But in the end, it's always good to have like something else you love and not just put everything on one card, because it's very important to have like that someone holds you back and yourself holding you back. Yeah, I actually started with theater in Germany in a youth performance group. It was a lot of like dancing theater, like Pina Bausch, a lot of choreography, and like young adults or teenagers who have never done acting or theater before and just come to the stage and tell their story about their daily life, about things they struggle with, and it's very inspiring to see people on stage who don't really want to be actors but just be there to tell something, and it has something very pure in it. I love that. Nerves. Oh, getting anxious. Um, Me myself, I'm getting anxious a lot and like being very nervous. Um, I haven't actually figured out what to do to stay calm. What helps me is to watch series, to go on Netflix or somewhere else and binge a show and like dive into their world and just get a little step back from your own struggles, or to go for a run. This also helps me a lot. I just wrapped an American feature film, Granturismo. Um, yeah, exactly, the car game. They made a film out of it. That was very exciting. My first international production. I mean, the network was also a co-production with CBS, but this was like the first completely American film production. That was very exciting. And let's see, How to Sell Drugs is going to come, like a 4th season. We're going to film a 4th season. And yeah, let's see. My short film, right now we're submitting it to festivals, but you can see one thing I co-directed. It's on YouTube. It was a Netflix short film called I Am a Mermaid. And it's like it's a cute little, it's fictional, but also kind of documentary about me becoming a mermaid. Yeah. Cool. Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a great day. You too. Bye-bye.
I'm done playing these fake versions of David Hasselhoff. I'm 69 years old. Get me something that's worth my time.
There was an unusual offer.
Okay.
This is Easter Berlin at an independent English language theater.
This is a nightmare. There's something larger at play here.
We'd love to recruit you for an important mission.
Magic.
You were recruited into a network of VIP super spies?
Feels good to see you in the car again.
I agree.
Zenetwork. Ab dem 1. November streamen auf RTL+.